Hey everyone, this is Heidi Gusted with another knitting tutorial for you. In this video, we're going to tackle how to work a decorative cast on. Lovers of the long tail cast on will really enjoy learning this one because it adds just a little bit of texture and a nice scallop edge to your work. So to work this adorable scalloped cast on, we need to estimate how much of a tail we need for our cast on, kind of like you would do if you were doing a classic long tail cast on in knitting. So my favorite method for estimating that tail is wrapping my yarn the amount of times my cast on needs to be. So let's say I want to do a 10-stitch cast on. I'm going to take my needle in my left hand, hold the tail with my thumb, and wrap around my needle 10 times, making sure not to pull too tight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I always kind of let go and let a little bit extra yarn kind of relax around the needle. And that's approximately how much tail you need to work 10 stitches. I always leave a little extra because it's easier to crop off a little bit of a tail than start over when you underestimate how much length you'll need. But since we're not doing just a long tail cast on, we're doing a decorative cast on, we've got a little bit more work to do to calculate our tail length. So we've got these 10 stitches, and what we need to do is hold our yarn here, separating the long tail length. And what we need to do is fold it over 3 times to get our extra long tail that's needed for this decorative cast on. So right here you can see the 3 strands of our triple folded over long tail. Now we're ready to get started. So what we're going to do is place our yarn around our hands just like we would for a long tail cast on. So we're going to bring our triple strand of yarn around our thumb, pretending it's kind of like a single strand would be in our long tail, traditional long tail cast on. And then we bring the working yarn, that is the yarn attached to our ball of yarn, around our pointer finger and secure all of our strands in our palm. So I'm just going to pause and let you take a quick look at what this looks like. So I've got the triple folded over strand around my thumb here and the single around my index finger, and everything is secure in these 3 fingers. Now I'm going to grab my knitting needle, just one of them, and secure the center of that set of 3 strands of yarn like so. So I've got my needle right in the center here, 3 strands there, 1 strand there, and we're ready to get going. So there's no slip knot is needed to start this cast on. And we're going to work the first part of the cast on just like we would a long tail. So we're going to go around, along under our thumb, catch the index finger strand, bring it through, and drop the 3 strands off of our thumb. Then we'll have this set of 2 strands plus 1 right here. And that's the first step in the decorative cast on. Now, the second step is to reverse the wrap of the yarn around our thumb. So normally in a long tail cast on and in the first step of the decorative cast on, the yarn is wrapped like so around the outside of our thumb from palm around to needle. Instead of that way, we're going to reverse it. See how I did that? That's the normal way. That's the reverse. So we're going from inside and then around to the outside, then to the needle, like so. So then to do the second half of this cast on, we're going to dive in toward our thumb and go under the set of 3 strands of yarn, over the single index strand, up, drop the yarn, and there we go. So now we've successfully completed the first 2 chunks of our cast on. We started here with our triple long tail and no slip knot. Then we worked our traditional long tail style cast on, then reversed our thumb wrap to do the other. And the result is 2 stitches right here that are clustered together with that thick wrapped base. So let me show you that again, because cast-ons can be tricky until you wrap your mind around them. No pun intended, of course. So we're going to rearrange our needle and yarn with our 3 strands wrapped around the outside of our thumb like this, and the single strand around our index finger. We bring the needle towards us, under the triple stitch right along the thumb, over the single strand, back through the thumb, dropping the thick triple strand off. Next, we start by reversing the wrap on our thumb, so it's the opposite of what we normally would do. Dive into that opening under the triple strand, catch the single strand off our index finger, come through, and tighten our cast on. Let me show you that again a little faster. So we've got normal wrap, first loop, reverse it, wrap the other way, and tighten. Normal wrap, reverse it. Normal wrap, reverse it. So as you can see, I've been practicing this in preparation for this video, and the mechanics of doing this cast on get really comfortable once you've practiced them. This video is a great one to bookmark for future reference because this cast on is a little bit less common than just a plain old longtail cast on. And then one final note for you before I go is that with this cast on, you'll notice we've got all these sets of 2 stitches on our needle here. What you're going to do when you go to work the rest of your pattern is work each loop as its own individual stitch unless indicated otherwise. You can work them together, but generally, as a rule of thumb, you're going to work each of those sets of double loops separately. And so, as you can see, here's what a few rows of stockinette stitch look like after the decorative cast on. Super cute. This decorative cast on would be right at home on any sweater sleeve or even a cute hat brim. If you have other ideas for places this cast on would look great, let us know in the comments, and also let us know there if you have any questions. Tune in again soon for even more great knitting tutorials.